If you're a roller skater that's been wanting to learn how to skate backwards, but you don't want to hit the pavement, well, this video is for you. The skating tutorial is going to be break down into 4 parts. Part 1 is your body positioning. 2 is the physics of how to skate backwards. 3 is how we level up our backwards pushes in our skating. And in part 4, I'm going to be teaching you a bonus way to skate backwards, as well as teaching you how to stop backwards, so make sure you watch this video to the end. When we're skating backwards, we need to make sure that our hands remain in front of our body. Maybe you're at the rink and you don't want to look all silly like this, but you need to make sure that your hands are at least in your peripherals. If your hands are behind you, you are going to go back and you want to protect your head, so make sure that your hands remain in front of you. Additionally, our knees need to remain bent. It's going to be very difficult to do what I'm about to teach you if your legs are really straight. Bend your knees and zip up your thighs. This means to squeeze your thighs as if you're squeezing a ball together. Avoid looking at the ground. If we look at the ground, I'm going to go to the ground. Part 2, the physics of backwards skating is our toes must remain inwards. Anytime we push when we're going backwards, it's from this toes inwards position. If we were to try to move forwards to backwards, we wouldn't go anywhere. So if you ever feel at any part in this video you're unable to go backwards, turn your toes to face even more inwards. We're going to begin with our hands in front of our body and our toes completely facing one another. I'm going to zip up my thighs and bend my knees, and I'm going to pick up my favorite skate and stomp it down. And then I'm going to pick up my other skate and stomp that one down. And we're going to keep marching one skate after the other to propel ourselves backwards. If you feel like you're not really getting speed, but you're lifting your skate, that's because you need to turn your toes inwards even more. If these marching steps feel comfortable for you, you can begin taking a little bit bigger of a push. And every time you push, you'll come back to your parallel position, and then we'll push to the opposite side and together. If I had more space, this would look much more majestic, but you get the point. I'm now going to teach you your backward scissors, and we're going to begin the same way as our backwards marching steps with my toes completely faced together. I'm going to zip up my thighs and keep my hands in front of me. I'm going to relax this engagement in my thighs and let my skates drift apart hip distance. Once they're hip distance, I'm going to squeeze my thighs back together so that my skates are back in my parallel position. Once our skates have come all the way back in side by side, I'll push my heels out again and repeat. The goal here is to be able to do these scissors continuously, and while you are doing them, you always want to make sure that you're pushing the skates out evenly and bringing them in evenly from one another so that they're always separating equal distance and coming back in to be side by side. I'm now going to teach you the easiest and most efficient way, in my opinion, to stop backwards on your roller skates. We're going to begin in our marching steps and then come into our parallel position. I'm going to split my skates apart so that one skate is in front of the other, and then I'm going to pick up my heel of my back skate so that my toe stop comes in contact with the ground. Backwards stopping tip is make sure that this forwards knee is really bent. If your legs are really straight and you try to put this toe stop down behind you, not only is it really uncomfortable, but it's really difficult to do. So make sure that you bend your knees more than you think you should as you split your skates and before you put your toe stop down. That way this forward skate is carrying all of our weight and we can just focus on pressing that back toe stop into the ground. Always think about the brakes on your skates as an eraser. If you had a really dark pencil mark on a piece of paper, you'd have to press even harder with an eraser and rub it for even longer to get the pencil mark off. A toe stop and the brakes that we have on our skates are very similar to an eraser. If we have a lot of speed and we gotta stop faster, I gotta press the toe stop even harder into the ground. I cannot thank you enough for watching, and I would really love to hear what you think about this roller skating tutorial in the comments.